Coming up tonight, live at 5, Superior Police arrested a veteran member of their own department today after an overnight car collision. One man is dead. We'll have an update. U.S. House members voted on a pair of bills protecting abortion access, but the odds of them getting out of the Senate remain unclear tonight. And one of Duluth's biggest employers showcased its brand new state-of-the-art expansion today, and they're hiring. Find out more about Cirrus' latest plans.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Paul Brown. New details tonight on the off-duty Superior Police Sergeant who was arrested in connection with killing a 23-year-old man and injuring 2 others in a drunk driving collision. According to Superior's Police Chief, Sergeant Greg Swanson appears to have been intoxicated when he rear-ended a car carrying 4 individuals. A 23-year-old man who is believed to be from Eau Claire died in the crash. 2 other individuals were hospitalized. CBS 3's Nora McEwen has the latest. Nora, what do we know right now?
Yeah, Paul, Sergeant Swanson is a 15-year veteran of the Superior Police Department. He was taken to the Douglas County Jail and is currently on paid administrative leave. Superior Police Chief Nicholas Alexander says that was not his decision, but state law. The police department requested the Douglas County Sheriff's Office and Wisconsin State Patrol investigate the incident since one of their officers is involved. In a press release, the Douglas County District Attorney's Office said they're seeking an outside agency to review the case because they've also worked closely with Sergeant Swanson in the past. Since a prosecutor hasn't been appointed to the case, we're not aware of any formal charges yet. But this is an ongoing investigation, so we will bring you the latest updates as they become available.
Okay, thanks very much, Nora. Well, 2 people have now been arrested in connection with Thursday's shooting in Duluth. A man was brought to a hospital that morning. The 33-year-old man had a gunshot wound. He was treated and released. After investigating, police arrested a 22-year-old man. Police say the victim and suspect did know each other. And late last night, we learned a second person was arrested. Authorities conducted 4 search warrants yesterday, which led to the arrest of a 23-year-old Duluth man. They also say they found 4 firearms, one of which is confirmed stolen, and multiple rounds of ammunition. The Democratic-led U.S. House voted today on 2 bills that would protect abortion access 3 weeks after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. But it's unclear whether the bills would pass the Senate and make it all the way to the president's desk. Skylar Henry reports from Capitol Hill.
The Democratic women of the House gathered on the steps of the Capitol.
The bill is passed.
Moments before the chamber approved a bill aimed at restoring abortion rights previously protected by Roe v. Wade.
Every person deserves dignity, safety, and care in seeking an abortion.
The Women's Health Protection Act prohibits states from imposing limits on abortions that would make them more difficult or costly to obtain.
The majority of Americans do not support abortions with no limits.
The Supreme Court overturned Roe, creating a domino effect for a number of states to ban the procedure.
Mid to late term abortion is a barbaric procedure which can include dismemberment of the baby and crushing of the skull.
The House also passed a separate measure prohibiting states from interfering with a woman's right to cross state lines to obtain an abortion. On the House floor, some Democrats cited the case of a 10-year-old girl who was forced to travel from Ohio, where most abortions are illegal, to Indiana to get the procedure after being raped.
According to Republicans, even a little girl impregnated by a brutal rape should be denied an abortion and have to endure government-mandated birth.
Both measures are likely to fail in the Senate, where 60 votes are required to advance legislation.
With 2 more Democratic senators, we will be able to eliminate the filibuster when it comes to a woman's right to choose.
President Biden has said he supports changing Senate rules to codify abortion rights across the country. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And last week, the Biden administration took executive action to try to protect women who cross state lines to seek abortions and is exploring other further federal steps. Minnesota reported a record number of overdose deaths last year. The Minnesota Department of Health says nearly 1,300 people died from overdoses in 2021. That is up 20% from the previous year. Most of the deaths were caused by synthetic opioids like fentanyl, which saw a 32% increase in fatal overdoses compared to 2020. The next highest came from drugs like meth and cocaine. For the first time since 2014, there was a larger percentage increase in overdose deaths in greater Minnesota than in the Twin Cities metro area. Minnesota's numbers mirror increased drug overdose deaths across the country as fentanyl has been mixed with other drugs like cocaine. Dredging in the Duluth Superior Harbor will begin next month. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers awarded a $2.7 million contract to a Wisconsin company to do the work. They will move about 76,000 cubic yards of material from the harbor. Part of that material will be moved to the 40th Avenue West Restoration Project for habitat restoration. Work begins in early August and will be completed by November 1st. An additional project at the Erie Pier should be done by March 2023. Federal help is coming to northern Minnesota communities impacted by storms and flooding. Governor Walz announced that President Biden approved his request for a major disaster declaration for 15 counties and 4 tribal nations. Those areas were impacted by severe storms, winds, and flooding from between April and June. In our area, assistance has been approved for Beltrami, Cook, Koochiching, Lake, and St. Louis counties. The Boys Fort Band of Chippewa and the Red Lake Nation are also getting federal assistance. This declaration unlocks public assistance for emergency work and the repair or replacement of disaster-damaged facilities. The weather is looking right to pack the stands this weekend at Halver Line Speedway. You'll remember last weekend they were going to hold a free night to encourage everyone to come out to the races. However, weather forced them to cancel Sunday night's event. Now it's round 2. Gates open at 4 this Sunday, and tickets are free. Leaders at the Speedway hope this free night will help people get out and get interested in racing. Well, Dave joins us now for a quick look at the weather, and boy, with so many, we've been talking about it for days now, with so many things going on this weekend. Looks like the weather is going to be nice and warm.
Mostly cooperative and warm indeed, Paul. So the race fans should be able to get out on Sunday. Should be straight up sunny and dry and calm, but a little bit on the warm side. Saturday's a little bit more indifferent. We'll talk about that in just a second. Only a tiny bit indifferent. Right now, splendid weather. Let's look at the current conditions out there. Sunny for many towns. High temps inland into the 80s already. The start of our warm spell. 85, for example, International Falls. Cooler by the lake. It's pretty warm, actually, 73 to 79 degrees for the North Shore, and even Ashland, at least at Kennedy Airport, is at 83 degrees. A little cooler for the UP in the 70s there. Temperatures will be in the 80s for most of us now for about a week ahead, and culminate on Monday with a spike towards 90. So that'll be the heaviest of the warm spell coming up. Saturday sprinkles, that's why I say the day will be indifferent. Higher pressure tonight gives way to a trough of lower pressure tomorrow, which means a 20% chance for afternoon sprinkles. Not a big deal at all. 50s for lows tonight, 80s for our Saturday. After that 20% shower chance, it could dry up for at least a little while. We'll talk about that while. If you'll give me a little while to organize the 7-day forecast, that'll be coming up later in the newscast.
All right, we'll give you a little time there. Still to come on Live at 5. The sun is shining, as Dave tells us, and the weekend is here. We've got trail reports from across the Northland coming up in Trail by Trail.
You want to feel important, to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
We know. We felt that way, too.
And that's why we joined the Army National Guard. Take on your legacy.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known secrets about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. Call right now for your free book. And as a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched over 1,200 annuities and summarized the rates and benefits of annuities from financially strong insurers. Again, that's Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and a free annuity rate report, both absolutely free, for calling Annuity General today. Supplies are limited. Call now.
Call 800-816-8219. That's 800-816-8219.
What should we do?
I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, we can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
Oh, somebody ordered DQ.
Fernando, he's here.
The drumstick with peanuts blizzard and new caramel drumstick with peanuts blizzard, both with drumstick pieces and world-famous soft serve. That's 2 DQ All-Stars. Wait, for 2 MLB All-Stars?
No way.
Ooh, play it cool, Mr. Delivery Man.
Thank you, Poppy.
That's so good. Play it cool, big hitter.
Have a good blizzard. Have a great season.
Big day for everybody.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
Hi, everyone. I'm Natalie Grant. I am so excited to be waking up with you every weekday from 5 to 7 right here on CBS 3.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park tonight. A beautiful Friday evening across the Northland, and a warm weekend is in store. Dave will be in with that weekend forecast in just a few minutes. But first, let's take a look around the region. Excellent conditions at the B&B Trail in Big Fork, and riders in Pengilly are giving back to local veterans. All that and more as we take you around the Northland trail by trail. And we start off tonight in Big Fork, Minnesota with a report from the Wilderness Wheelers. The club manages the Big Fork and Balsam Connection Trail. Starting in Big Fork, the trail runs 33 miles to connect to Little Moose Trail on County Road 336. Currently, there are no caution areas to report, and trail conditions are very good to excellent. The Wilderness Wheelers are a volunteer group of about 140 people strong. Join them for a group ride tomorrow at 10 a.m. in Pengilly. Next, we head to Chisholm with a report from Northern Tracks ATV Club. The Chisholm ATV Trail is open and in good condition. The biggest challenge right now is dusty terrain during these warm months. Also, they remind riders that when using the county roads to always travel in the same direction as traffic unless otherwise posted. The Chisholm to Hibbing ATV Trail shares a route with Redhead Mountain Bike Park and has a posted speed. They ask visitors to follow the signage and watch for other riders. We will have a link to their trail on our website here. And we wrap up tonight in Pengilly, Minnesota. That's where a local club tonight is giving back to support local veterans. The Run-A-Muck ATV Club is a newer club that formed in October of 2020. The club aims to host 2 major events each year, one to raise money for future trails and the other to give back to their community. Last month, they held their 2nd annual Lucky Duck Ride and raised over $6,000 for the VFW in Keewatin. They presented the check at this week's VFW meeting. If you or someone you know is part of a local trail club or alliance, send us an email about it, and it might be featured as we take you around the Northland trail by trail. And still to come on Live at 5, beating the heat, more from the first of 3 pop-up splash pads in Duluth coming up in just a bit.
We had a rain chance around the region this morning, and some towns did get some precip. The almanac says Duluth didn't get any, but I could swear I was awakened by some rain this morning. So we'll take a look at some preliminary totals coming up, and hopefully as the night goes on, we can fill in some more firm detail of how much rain came down, and when our next round will come around, and that's all after the break.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Find the home of your dreams with Homes by Edmunds. Whether you're buying or selling, trust Duluth's oldest real estate company, Homes by Edmunds, LLP. Sunday mornings at 10:30 on CBS 3.
The great experiences you have in here and even out here all started here. Because the best customer experience always leaves a great impression. GMC, awarded #1 in sales satisfaction by J.D. Power. Step up to GMC with 0% financing on these GMC models. We are professional grade GMC.
Northwest Outlet is ready for summer. Are you? Our massive selection of summer North Face and Columbia fashions in stock in all sizes to 5X for men, women, and kids. Check out tees, capris, sweats, shorts, wind, rain, fleece jackets, and UPF and sun-rated clothing. Get darn tough and smart wool sock, rain gear, and rubber boots for the whole family, and that includes the kids. Get your truck decked out with ARE truck toppers, liners, and lids, and their complete line of truck accessories ready to go. Northwest Outlet, your summer fun headquarters in Superior. Remember, you can shop 24/7 online.
What do you do when it's time to get the crew back together? You book it. And then you wine it, and then you dine it, and then you hike it. Whatever your reason, book direct at choicehotels.com.
A Superior police sergeant finds himself on the other side of an arrest after a fatal car crash. Details tonight.
We got a little rain this morning. Will any more follow tomorrow?
Tonight at 6 on Live Local CBS 3.
I'm meteorologist Peter Kivikauskas. Wake up with us here on CBS 3.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3. Get your news on the go, the CBS 3 mobile app. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Rain this morning, indeed. I'm sure I was roused from my slumber by some passing showers and maybe even isolated clap of thunder. Maybe I dreamed the whole thing. But when I got to work today, the rain total since midnight map indicates that we were wondering if we were going to get some pretty heavy totals. And you know, we did in Ashland, 0.8 of an inch. Down in Hinckley, this chart indicates about 0.6 of an inch, but the National Weather Service has an anecdotal report that 3 inches fell in that neck of the woods. So not much up north. Most of the rain fell down south, and now we'll have a dry night. But there is a slight chance for some sprinkles tomorrow afternoon, and watch with my luck. That'll turn into the downpour that we missed out today. Well, there's a lot of outdoor activities going on, so of course we don't hope it works out that way. We hope for sunshine, and I think we'll get more of that than anything else this weekend. Right now we're getting it at the airport in Duluth, and it's also 79 degrees, so our warm spell is beginning. Most towns' temperatures will get into the 80s for the week ahead and stay that way. Although come Monday, that's when the heat wave will spike. We could go towards 90 for a lot of towns. Wind right now is southerly 9 miles per hour, relative humidity 56%, and air pressure still fairly high at 30.01 inches of mercury. Oh, there we go. The map's doing that getting ahead of itself trick. So we back up and we move ahead, and hopefully it sticks. And it did this time. You know, since I've been doing this for 30 years, back in the day, the old clickers used to only go one direction forward. And if they advanced on you, well, it was, sorry, Charlie. Now we have the magic technology of backing up a little bit. And we do that so you can see that high pressure is with us. That's why we have sunshine today. There's the low pressure that brought the rain to some towns earlier this morning, and there's another low farther to the west there that could bring us those sprinkles, I'm thinking, for tomorrow afternoon, but that's only going to be a 20% chance. So around the region right now with the high pressure in control, of course, there's not much to show on the local Doppler map here as we zoomed in from the national one. And again, it'll stay that way probably through a good portion of tomorrow on the dry side. It's just tomorrow afternoon as the high tries to slip away, trough of lower pressure coming in from the west creates a 20% chance for sprinkles. Shouldn't be any thunderstorms, not much more than showers. And then we've got higher pressure building back in for our Sunday. And that means it'll be sunny and continued warm that day and beyond, perhaps. Again, like I mentioned, we're really going to spike up on Monday, and we'll be close to 90 here in the Twin Ports, meaning inland areas probably will crack that number. Tonight, our low temps, I think, will go about 55 to 60 in Minnesota with a partly cloudy sky, and that's the type of sky that will hover over Wisconsin and Michigan as well. Low temps there, 57 to 59. For tomorrow, 78 is the norm, and I think Wisconsin, Michigan will go 80 to 85. 20% chance in the afternoon and evening for some sprinkles, lifted up in part by the heat of the day and in part by that passing trough. Minnesota tomorrow means mid to upper 70s by the lake and 80 to 85 inland. And here we go. 88 degrees is going to be doable once we get to Monday. That'll help lift up a 30% chance for showers and storms that could last through Tuesday. Then we'll go from around 90 to around 80 for the rest of the week, which is 2 degrees warmer than normal in general, Paul, which means we've got 2 degrees worth of warmer than normal and a warm spell thus to talk about.
Almost 90. Wow. Okay. Thanks very much, Dave. It was a splash-tastic day to be over at Keene Creek Park. Today, the Duluth Fire Department, in partnership with Duluth Parks and Rec, held their first pop-up splash pad event. Attendees got to run under the spray of the fire hose, play water games, and participate in other fun challenges. There will be 2 more pop-up splash pads this summer. One Friday, July the 29th, over at Harrison Park, and August the 12th, that'll be at Riverside Park. One of Duluth's biggest employers showcased its brand new state-of-the-art expansion today. With a ribbon cutting, Cirrus Aircraft unveiled its new part of the paint and finish facility, Now, with more space to work, they're looking to hire about 50 more people. The company's president of innovation, Patrick Waddick, says the new space and employees are needed because of a big increase of interest in personal aviation.
We wouldn't have necessarily expected a global pandemic to spark significant new growth, but it has, and we have a lot of airplanes to make to make our customers happy.
Cirrus SR Series and Vision Jet are the two aircraft with the biggest demand. Final preparation is underway for the Duluth Air Show as performers arrive and finishing touches are put together. Organizers say the event requires months of planning, but things are finally set up and ready to go for tomorrow's festivities. The event drew record-breaking crowds last year, and they're hoping to repeat that this year. Jody Grayson, media director for the Duluth Air Show, says there are plenty of new acts this year for people to come and watch.
This air show is completely different than the ones that we've had in the past because performers are different, acts are different, venues are different. So we encourage people, even if you've been here before, come on up.
The show takes off tomorrow at 9 a.m. and will feature performances from more than 15 different acts. But first, if you're looking for what to do tonight, the Duluth Superior Symphony Orchestra is holding another free concert. That orchestra is hosting a trio of bridge session performances at the Depot throughout July. Each performance features a local artist that play their music with the orchestra musicians. A cash bar and food trucks will also be available. Masks are highly encouraged but not required. Tonight's performance starts at 7 p.m. The last free concert is set for next Friday. That's July the 22nd. Still to come, starting tomorrow, 988 will become the number for the nationwide mental health hotline. How it works next.
Do you listen to the TV on high volume or have trouble hearing conversations? Then you would benefit from hearing aids. Don't waste thousands on expensive hearing aids when you can get Nano's revolutionary technology for just $297. Don't be fooled by higher-priced hearing aids. The CIC Recharge is a true hearing aid, not an amplifier. With rechargeable technology, many customers say is superior to more expensive models. Call now and get not one, but two Nano hearing aids for just $297. Plus, we'll add a portable charging case and ship your order absolutely free. The CIC Recharge has a tiny in-the-ear canal design that is nearly invisible. Why keep missing out on important conversations or waste thousands of dollars? Call and get two CIC Recharge hearing aids for only $297 and free shipping.
800-758-1647. Again, that's 800-758-1647.
When building, you hire a team of specialists to ensure your house turns out exactly as you imagined. Major financial transitions like retirement deserve the same level of care and craftsmanship. At MPPL Financial, we assemble a diverse team of experts to develop a plan to ensure you only have to retire once. Call today for your free second opinion consultation so your retirement turns out exactly as you imagined. MPPL Financial. Answers to the most important questions of your life.
Today, women with nighttime urinary incontinence don't have to wake up wet. Introducing the PureWick system, an innovative breakthrough system for managing female urinary incontinence at night.
Morning, Mom. Good morning. How did you sleep? Better, thank you. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay.
The PureWick system works outside the body to draw urine away, helping to keep skin dry and control odor. The PureWick system is a non-invasive option for management of moderate to severe urinary incontinence, helping to reduce the need for multiple changes at night or trips to the bathroom. Now, staying dry can be one less thing to lose sleep over.
Simply call 800-208-1498 to order now and find out why 9 out of 10 caregivers and users would recommend the PureWick system. For more information and to order, call 800-208-1498. That's 800-208-1498.
If you spent time on base at Camp Lejeune prior to 1988 and developed any of these cancers or suffered any of these injuries, you may be eligible for significant financial compensation.
Leaking underground tanks contaminated the drinking water with benzene and other highly carcinogenic chemicals.
There have been numerous reported cases of exposed personnel developing cancer and other serious health conditions. Call Camp Lejeune victims to discuss your case now.
800-795-0821.
Reynolds Wrap makes it easy to cook and clean up meals in no time.
Try to miss all the fun stuff.
Easy Prep Cook and Clean with Reynolds Wrap.
Starting tomorrow, people experiencing a mental health crisis no longer have to dial a 10-digit phone number or 911 for immediate help. There's a new 3-digit hotline, 988. Naomi Ruckham takes a look at how the new number is being rolled out, and be aware that this story mentions suicide and might not be appropriate for everyone.
In 2017, Angela Kimball's son Alex experienced a manic episode.
He was really paranoid. He was delusional. He had ripped out all the cabinets.
A family friend called a local mental health hotline, and a team of professionals arrived a short time later.
This team came, and it was led by behavioral health clinicians who were so calm.
Starting Saturday, anyone who needs help during a mental health emergency can call or text 988. Experts believe the new national 3-digit number will help more people access the support they need.
No one's worst day should stop them from living their best life.
But there are also concerns more calls could overwhelm call centers, already underfunded and understaffed in some states. In Illinois, earlier this year, trained counselors were only able to pick up 1 in 5 calls locally.
We may not be able to answer that phone, on a regional level. It may end up bouncing to the statewide or to a national group.
Suicide rates in the U.S. increased by 30% from the year 2000 to 2020, according to the CDC. And the risk is especially high for children, with experts warning the pandemic hit young people the hardest. For callers with mental illness, the new number is separate from 911, which often leads to interactions with police.
Especially for communities of color, relying on law enforcement can be so fraught. That's why it's really important for us as a nation to embrace 988.
Offering someone to talk to, someone to respond, and for some, a place to heal. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
The Biden administration has invested $432 million into strengthening and expanding the call center infrastructure, including funding directly to states. States are allowed to impose telecommunication fees to cover the remainder.
On this Friday night, a spotlight on mental health, the nation's new suicide and crisis hotline. We only have to dial just 3 numbers, 988. We'll have that and more news tonight right here on the CBS Evening News.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. When joint pain or injury becomes too much to bear, turn to Essentia Health's expert team to keep you moving forward.
At MediaCom, we believe that whether you live here or right here, or way out in the middle of anywhere, you should have access to fast, reliable internet. That's why we were one of the first to bring gig speeds to every customer we serve. Why we're blazing new paths to bring fast internet even further. And why we're leading the way in developing one of the nation's first 10G platforms. It doesn't matter where you are. With MediaCom, you're always moving forward.
Let your home improvement company help you celebrate Independence Day. Get windows, doors, and bathrooms by Bathplanet, all with excellent warranties and all installed by trained and certified professionals. As always, you can get financing for 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2024. And we are extending our summer savings with 50% off all labor. So celebrate freedom by getting your project done right the first time. Your home improvement company, where it's your home made better.
Attention Zantac users. The FDA requested manufacturers to pull Zantac off the market, noting exposure to unacceptable levels of a cancer-causing agent. If you or a loved one was diagnosed with cancer after regular use of Zantac, you might be entitled to financial compensation. If you have any of these cancers, time is critical. Call now for a free consultation. If you don't win, you pay nothing.
Call 800-894-1063.
You won't faze me. Unlike Zyrtec, Allegra won't make me drowsy.
Allegra starts working 2 times faster than Claritin. So take Allegra before allergy symptoms take over you. And for kids, try allergist-recommended non-drowsy children's Allegra.
Hi, everyone. I'm Natalie Grant. I am so excited to be waking up with you every weekday from 5 to 7 right here on CBS 3.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here is a live look in Canal Park on this Friday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6 o'clock. Tonight at 5, we learn more about the fatal car crash in Superior this morning. An off-duty Superior police sergeant was arrested in connection to the crash. Sergeant Greg Swanson is currently on paid administrative leave per state law. According to Superior's police chief, Sergeant Swanson appears to have been intoxicated when he rear-ended a car carrying 4 individuals. And tonight at 6, the August primaries are less than a month away. We break down the changes voters in Minnesota might see and what those voting absentee need to know. Tonight, as well, we preview the Wisconsin governor's race, and candidates on both sides take the stage this weekend. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is coming up next. We'll see you back here at 6 o'clock.